Matt with 2 N's, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, good. I got one of them right. Good deal. So yeah, we're here. Top 8 is going. Sorry guys, that took a hot second.
I guess we're not doing Panini rules for Top Cut here. Frisco should be going first.
Ah, well that was just for Worlds though,
it?
right?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
It was a good rule though. I liked
it was a cool rule. But in any case, just put this audio here. Yeah, we got stuff sorted out. People were like, we were giving out final prizes for everybody who didn't make Top Cut, and some folks are getting out of here because they have
had to go cry.
Significant drive ahead. But we are going right now. 2 more local boys. Frisco Fahs versus Matt Quinn. Matt, an excellent local player. Frisco obviously made a super strong showing at Worlds this year.
Yeah, we know him.
And he's using Saiyan Trunks, which is a neat, weird deck.
I'm curious, the rest of the top 8 rounded out to be Sean Lambden, Andrew Pickett, Phil, Justin McBride, Dan Dimitri, Joey Spalding, and Matt Quinn was 8.
Yep, I like it.
The 1-8.
That's pretty good.
We have a nice selection of decks, too.
Top Cut, yeah, exactly.
It's not all Goku and Roshi. In fact, I only saw one orange Roshi all day.
And yeah, and I don't think there's one in Top Cut.
I don't think he made cut.
Oh, they asked. Yes, we are ready for them, but I can't. Someone would have to go tell them that. Kyle, do you want to lean around the door and just give them like a thumbs up?
They want to know if you guys are ready for
I say, yes, we're good. But thank you for coming to ask. Yeah, we are okay. All right. And Matt's using Orange Gohan, which I didn't even know. Like I hadn't even asked him what he was running today, but
You know, it's funny, I didn't either.
that deck is a personal favorite of mine. It's the thing I ran at the last chance. It's really fun. And Frisco's hand looks A-okay. Is that a dashing punch, physical block, and something else, I think?
Frisco's deck's pretty straightforward. It's
sure.
mostly the,
Yep.
the usual suspects for a Saiyan Anger.
Get
It's
mad.
Not playing any tricks.
Oh, and Body Blow?
That look, arm catch, dashing punch. I didn't see the first card. I don't think he's running Body Blow. Maybe that is Body Blow.
I think that's the promo one.
Eh. I don't know what he was searching for. Oh, he's running Saiyan.
The thing that makes sword skill.
Sword skill,
Yes,
yeah.
the thing that
So-
makes them skip.
That's a really
Matt's
solid
hand is
card,
okay.
too. Confrontation, orange defense, and that new physical with the old man on it.
Yep. That card's good.
Yeah, so he does go right for sword skill with what was a Body Blow.
And in fact, that card probably hits Frisco's anger to 0 if Matt uses it in his first phase. Although, yeah, he did have the block, so sword skill not a factor for this phase.
And that'll be key for Matt as this game goes on. The more attacks you stop off of it, off of the Rampaging deck, the less anger they have. And,
Yep.
And now you get phases when you stop attacks.
Yeah, no
so
shit. Yeah, I'm glad that he's using both block drills because there are
Right.
plenty of orange decks that don't actually use them at all.
They're
But
starting to come out.
yeah, I like it in Orange Gohan a lot. It's a deck that is beat down heavy enough that you have room for them. Like you don't have to go pure anger necessarily in Orange Gohan. So I especially like them for that reason. Yeah, say why not?
Yep.
Get that shit out of here. And just like that, Frisco's out of actions.
Right, he's not going
Yeah.
to be getting any anger here.
You could throw that attack with the mastery or that block with the mastery for
yeah.
a bad attack, but we're good.
Wouldn't even get the anger on hit.
So I mean that couldn't have gone better really for Matt. Frisco didn't make any headway. Matt built a little more board. He should have a little anger. And yeah, he'll plink Frisco for a little bit because he's not going to stop Gohan's power that does almost nothing. Mastery it up, and I believe we're done.
This game will get more interesting once Frisco starts hitting the new Trunks name card, then hit drills.
For sure.
Take them just
Check
completely
up.
off the board.
Sphere,
Arm catch.
an arm catch, which
Or,
doesn't do it, or arm breaker,
Arm break.
doesn't do a ton in this matchup, but it does have a shitload of endurance. So, is that 2 of that Trunks card? I can't quite tell. It
Yep.
totally is. All right.
So there they are.
Oh, and just like that, forget it.
They do,
I
have,
think-
they do have to hit.
Yes, and he can visit for one still if
Right.
if that is
Or they-
what he
they hit to gain
desires.
anger.
Speaking of visiting the past, bye, Android Armbreaker. So many blocks. Oh, God. Well, I guess we're passing.
That's unfortunate for
Yeah,
a lot of
that's-
reasons.
I bet that's one of the worst draws Frisco's got all day. I wonder what his block line is like, just in terms of pure thickness.
It
but
wasn't huge.
yeah, holy crap. Buy checkup drill. Buy other checkup drill. I mean, that's okay, I guess,
He's really
but it's
holding
still
on to his
rough.
arm catch for some reason. He
Yeah,
doesn't
I
want to
mean,
get hit.
I suppose so.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not really
what
sure.
Specifically, he's worried about.
I agree. I'm not certain, like, what thing he'd be like, oh shit, I can't take X physical attack. I
Right.
better hold on to this.
Especially since there's a lot of cards in the deck that'll just gain him an entire level right now.
Mm-hmm. The start of this game. Yep, I say yeah, but the start of this game definitely couldn't have gone worse for Frisco. Like he
Yeah.
really needed to secure a level in that first combat, and the fact that it didn't happen, like, kind of put a
That's that
stop
new-
on his whole game to some extent
Is
for
that
the
a
moment.
physical or energy block? The new card there.
I think it's an energy defense.
Pretty sure it just gains you an anger. More.
I feel like it
blocks.
might give you stages or something too, but I might be wrong.
Power punch, energy check, stare down, and he's still got that card with the old man on it.
Yep. Yeah, it can't be that physical attack can only be stopped by physical combat cards, and on hit lowers anger 3. And it has 2 or 3 endurance. I forget which. I think it's 3.
Solid card, right?
But yeah, it is really good.
Man can't do anything with it if Frisco doesn't gain any anger.
That's true. Thinking hard. I mean, if Matt's gonna attack, that's probably almost as good a hand as any.
Yeah.
He's already got 2 anger with the mastery, so. And in the scenario where he might have leveled that combat, he could have pitched maybe that stare down for something better if he wasn't feeling it. But
It's scary enough to declare against an anger deck, but to do it when they have a visiting on the table is extra terrifying.
sure.
And now with an enraged on the table,
Yeah, I would say it got literally doubly as scary. All right, we're going in.
Frisco using it offensively.
Visit for something.
The sort of
I'm
knee
not
bash.
surprised by that. Still, we'll need to do some work, like you said. It's a hit effect, so he kind of needs to make something happen.
I don't remember. It's definitely secondary for one part of it, and then I think the hit effect is just gaining anger.
Oh, I think you are right.
It'll banish
Yeah, I
a
was about to
setup
say.
drill or attached card secondary. And B styled, I believe.
There we go.
Yeah.
Double
that-
anger, whoosh.
So that's a level.
Hey, look at that. Rapid fire, is that a choke? No, that's
No,
the Trunks card. I would be very surprised by that. Outrage and... Well, there we go. He held on to it for about 4
Never got
turns,
you.
and now it's gone.
You let him keep the knee bash, though.
I kind of without hesitating. So much so that I wonder if Matt knows what that card does. Like, I suspect he does, but
Yeah.
it was quicker. That decision was quicker than I would have expected it to be.
Just doesn't care.
Given no shits.
I mean, presumably he'll have the level confirmed this turn.
Yeah,
He'll be
I
able to
would.
kind of cycle around with checkup drills if he needs to.
I would think so. Chip a little more damage with Gohan. Yeah, get that checkup drill damage. 1 stage at a time.
It isn't relevant in a lot of matchups, but this is maybe one of the ones where it is. So if you can knock him down even 1 bracket here and there, then
Yeah,
your attacks actually do more damage.
for real. Why not?
I think they were just going to go somewhere.
All right, so both of Frisco's attacks would be stopped on hit, depending on how he chooses to use that physical. But it's got those and Trunks' power and nothing else. Pass again. Yeah, I'm not sure what else Frisco really could do in that situation. But. Matt's got decisions on power punch sequencing probably. Like he can either make it unstoppable or actually use his mastery this turn. And quite honestly, I'm not sure which one of those options I like better at this point either. So it's a very good question. Just kidding. I don't blame him for taking a little while to make that decision too. Even knowing the contents of Frisco's hand, it kind of hurts to play that card and not actually deny Frisco anger while using it.
That's how strong Matt's hands have been, just given the situation.
Right, yeah.
It's either that or they're going to get discarded because he passed.
Gotta go in and do something. It would do 3 stages.
He's still sitting on his power to block a death blow. Wisely takes it.
Okay, there we go. And anger 1. Yep. Yeah, I thought that was the way the card worked,
Yeah.
but I'm glad we have it confirmed now.
Haven't seen
Also,
too
it's
much
a
Trunks.
Yep. Also, it's a sword card.
Yeah, right. He gets. Would have used a crit
Now
effect
anger
there
4.
if he
Say
had
here
it.
comes an unblockable power punch.
Oh yeah.
Suck it, Trunks' power. All right, at 0. Never a bad thing.
Yeah.
And now he still doesn't have to fear the rapid fire this turn, so... if he chooses to use that other physical, it will also be unstoppable relative to Trunks' ability. I think that's the last card in his hand.
Yeah, he's not going to get anything out of Gohan.
Or he
too
can
this turn.
Gohan
Just
for
hold it.
anything else, but...
He's just going to toss it. I don't hate that.
I wonder what he's about to mastery for, because I don't think he's masteried this turn.
No.
But I might have done that to get something to complement that attack. Although maybe he's not really
He
running
might not
buffs.
run, like,
yeah,
the
which would be
going
cool.
straight
Like
through.
honestly, that would be a cool tilt on this deck too. But I would be almost shocked to see if he's not running that drill that modify. I forget what it's called. That modifies your stages and anger on styled attacks. Like it almost seems impossible not to run and go orange Gohan. But
Not Volcano Drill, the other one. I can never remember their names.
destruction drill, I think.
No, that's a different card.
Never mind. Yeah, you're right. God damn it. Whatever. So either he already did mastery that turn, or he missed it. Either we or us or him. Somebody forgot an orange mastery that combat. In any case, we're going in. I mean, that's a good ass hand. Frisco's at 0.
Right. That's just the juiciest hand.
Frisco's hand is okay, but we'll see how up to the task it is to weather the storm.
It's not your turn, Frisco.
Yep, say, nope, you don't get to do a thing. Not yet. Yeah, say, he's used to making people skip, not ever skipping on his own. Dig.
All that damage is going to be unpreventable.
Oh, never
and
mind, he's
advantage.
just Gohan's powering.
Okay.
All right. Interesting.
Depending on what he takes here, that might turn
Sure.
out to be better for him.
Yeah.
Well, Frisco's deck has a surprising amount of endurance. All those new blocks.
Oh, sure.
They'll soak up damage.
Everybody look at cards.
So yeah, that's probably a better card to have in your hand than a dig.
Although now he runs the risk of running out of them.
Right, he's gonna run out of run out of bullets. But you want to hit Trunks on anger before he hits 3.
Sure.
Then it just kind of goes.
Yeah,
into
no
overdrive.
kidding.
It's like we're 3 and or a little bit 3 and 4 are the magic spots for Roshi. It's definitely 2 for Trunks.
I'm assuming SA, yeah. The whole point of getting that physical was to lower Frisco's anger at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But
He hopes he's stopped up. He's not
There
even
it
getting
is.
a chance. Yep, that's the power of the sword skill. Never had a chance to interact with his anger.
and Frisco is so pleased right now to be doing basically 0 damage. The sword skill never goes away.
Sure.
It leaves when Frisco crits Matt, so...
If he plays another knee bash and there's no other targets, it has to hit the attached card.
Sure.
That happened.
Frisco's action again. He's skipping now from the the face strike that also hit.
I'm a little surprised still, even, that Rampaging Anger came out so limp in the set 7 meta.
Sure. It is so fast.
Right. I'm not saying it's, gonna dominate Orange Orchard and Goku decks, but
It can
It is
hang
so
like
fast.
pretty well, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like Frisco pass, death blow, lose that anger. Yeah.
wisely taking the blinding so that he can't just loop them on level 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Although it's not nearly as important for the Saiyan deck to do it than the Ascension deck would.
Yep. Although unfortunately it's going to do basically no damage now these
Yeah,
change levels,
right.
so that's not exactly fun, but Disaster Drill, that's what that card's called. I finally put my eyes on the chat and got that correction. Thank you.
Like a set 3 card.
Rifle that pile. Don't shuffle it.
Come on, Frisco.
Just been too entranced by the game to look at anything else. Because Frisco, like, again, talk about levels that open up options. Trunks level 3 lets you do sort of whatever you want.
Yeah.
So, like you said, if he did summon up the knee bash, it would be pretty
You
funny.
absolutely wouldn't at this point in the game.
Sure.
But think about it.
Also, just remember that Trunks is not Gohan, and he does not gain additional anger from, like, enraged blasts. Still solid.
He still was running point blank volleys.
Right.
Pretty interesting. But
I mean, it's hand advantage and anger, assuming you can bank the stages to pay for it.
that was always my issue with it, is I didn't quite have the stages.
Yeah. It's rough. Like, they cost a lot.
Uh-huh.
Do that math. Pew. Say, I'm pretty sure Matt's taking that. Enjoy exactly 5 damage.
2 anger, more tragically for Matt.
Yep,
That clock is really ticking now.
for sure. Although he finally lost the sword strike, like the one saving grace. Thump. That might have been the game if that didn't go through.
Sure.
So, Frisco's still be in okay shape at the end of this turn, but I'm assuming he has a third because I think there's one in his discard pile. I doubt he runs a different attached card.
No, definitely not.
There you go. Yep. Mastery for 2 anger. and then I think we're out. Frisco turn.
Slam, Sword Strike, and the third card.
Sword Strike's kind of interesting. Like I get the thought behind running it, but it's just it's not immediately like, oh yeah, Ruthless
Right.
Anger. This is a card I would put in my deck. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it either.
That's kind of where I'm thinking. That might be the most borderline card I've seen in that deck.
I agree.
I don't know offhand what kind of options he's passing up for it. But
Sure. Going in.
the Saiyan Anger pool isn't as large as he probably needs it to be.
Oh man, Matt runs that weird card that that physical attack.
That old set 2 physical
yep,
attack.
exactly. But it does attempt to snuff the shit out of Anger,
Yeah,
so that's
it's-
pretty cool.
It's on hit, they can't gain Anger for a turn or something.
Yeah, and secondary, I think it
it's
still
like
lowers it
secondary
too.
lowers too.
Yeah. It's not bad, but it's hard to squeeze in. Like that's a hard card to justify.
It's gold for this matchup.
Yes, exactly.
But you're right. That is why we've maybe never seen anyone play that card.
Uh-huh. Thinking hard. Oh,
Come on.
you tricked me, Frisco. Just wanted to go back and see what his options were again. Now we can watch him look at his discard pile. So, I guess he's pivoted from I'm going to do something from my hand to I'm going to trunk something.
Right. What are my options here? It's everything.
Although that
All of
again
those
is
things
the
are your
I
option.
would almost wait until he to see if he takes damage and maybe get something a little better. That other blinding's still lurking in there somewhere. Still might be clutch later on. So yeah, Sword Strike straight up does nothing. Slam is fine, I guess. And then Outrage, because why not?
Slam fits really well into this deck, being both styled and
Oh,
gaining
absolutely.
Anger.
Yeah, I love it in the deck. It just didn't love it in that phase,
Sure.
but it'll do what it needs to do.
It's just a feeling
That
it
is
out phase.
yeah, that could have been literally any attack in his deck almost, but that's the one he had on hand, so I'll take it. If Frisco's gonna Trunks, I guess he's gonna do it now.
Things are starting to look really grim here for Matt. Like,
No, I agree. Although
Orange's anti-anger options aren't that strong, so I'm not sure what his long-term game plan here is now that he's not pushing damage with his card power.
for sure, like this comic could end with Frisco at level 4, and like kind of coming into a slow turn. But yeah, I agree. By the time this game ends, it feels like Matt's just not going to be able to catch him.
Right.
I think it's just a little too much too fast.
Yeah, and even had that set up so that you would gain on the level and then gain another one on hit. Trunks level 4 basically reads, if you have 3 anger, you win the game.
Exactly. So Frisco will be at 4 anger this turn if he uses the card in his hand and it goes through, and then also Trunks' power. But
That's right.
that attack isn't stopped.
It's
I
unstoppable.
forgot the Trunks board does that.
That
It
one
very rarely
card.
comes
So
up.
that's why that card, I think, is probably worth
There you
some
go.
space.
We learned why it's in his deck at least. Cool.
Give him a crit at level 2.
All right. Well, Frisco's not going to win this turn because Matt finally gets to do something. Bop.
Aw.
For no damage. So yeah, that was his 4th anger. 3 anger, sure. Now Frisco can do nothing or Trunks. Although since Frisco has no hand, it probably doesn't matter either way, considering whenever Matt throws that physical, he won't gain any more anger for the rest of the turn anyway.
True.
So if he passes here,
Unless
Matt will...
his longer term goal might just be hold it for the next turn and enter on it.
Sure, yeah.
That's I'm not saying that that's going to make the difference here, but it's a small rock as compared to not having anything at all.
There you go. And in fact, he could throw this one, tutor for another one with Gohan.
Sure, he could do
and,
that.
Yeah, exactly,
Like
and then
that,
do
depending on
something
what
else.
The other card in his hand is.
Yeah.
Oh, he went up.
Frisco's gonna skip, although he couldn't do anything anyway. Now we might learn if Matt runs Disaster Drill or not. Yeah, it's in there.
Possession.
Now that's interesting, because he's basically just traded like a sure thing of whatever he wanted almost for like 2 blind draws, and I don't know if I like that math.
He's really digging, I think.
Yeah.
He needs a lot to go right.
That's, I mean, that's true too, for
You're
sure.
in that position, you might as well just throw the Hail Mary when you have a chance.
Yeah, Frisco's done doing stuff. Let's see what the possession drill yields. Okay, well, that went all right.
You got some stuff there. That's not
Shit.
bad. What's that? Is the first card still the
Yeah,
second?
that's that random physical that
now
lowers
he's got
anger.
a chance. He could
Yeah, no, that was
do something.
That was as good a draw as he was gonna get for a random peel from the top of the
Yeah.
deck. 7 and that'll probably do 9 or 10.
Yeah. He's finally threatening some damage here. It might just be too little too late.
We're about to find out. There we go.
But that's
And now he can
that's
hold
a meaty attack.
Yes, exactly. And he can hold that attack.
Right. And whose combat is this?
Frisco's, I think.
So if that's the case.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy crap.
That did 12. That might have. I'm not sure if he's forgetting Gohan's modifier or not. I feel like that should have.
I don't think he has 6 base. I think 5 base is probably right for
At level 3?
Yeah.
I'm almost positive he's at
maybe
6.
you're right.
I think he's at like 1.7 at the top of level 3.
Huh.
Interesting.
I mean, it's definitely no lower than 5, so he should have done at least 7 on each one.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if did he use Gohan's power there?
Oh, right. You still have Gohan's power. So yeah, he could have
that combat
ended,
ended,
buffered into it a little.
Yeah, like, huh. No, I mean his level 3 power.
Right,
Did he
it
even
just
throw that
kinda-
attack?
I don't know if he's thrown it yet, but
Well, no, the turn ended.
okay.
He's
so
got a
he's
hand
not
now.
using-
Yeah.
I don't. He might have.
I'm
just
not
in
sure.
there.
Yeah, I can't say for certain one way or the other.
Attacks and cameras are flying by.
It's
here.
true. Let's look at piles. It's not a good aggressive hand.
Yeah. That's not really unfortunate.
But, I mean, it's Frisco's going to have 3 blind draws, and he's at 0, so...
with only one
Yeah.
active card in your hand,
I don't know,
that's
man.
tough.
I don't know. He didn't know he had 2. He had the physical he saved from last turn, and Frisco would have had ball 7, so I guess that was a solid pass.
But now he's gonna hold on to it
That's true.
and have some stages at his disposal.
Yeah, he would have totally hit him for something.
So
I think he should have
if Matt had
attacked
declared
there.
Yeah, it would have gone pretty much perfectly. He should have thrown his one big attack, and then ball 7 would have hit. Matt would have been pretty much done anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, chat concurs. I think he didn't calculate Gohan's modifier on that shoulder slam or the power punch. I'm pretty sure, but
He does have joint restraint drill, so now his attacks are +4. +5 actually with checkup drill.
right.
Never forget.
That card has a modifier.
Yep. He does have a disaster drill. Leaping kick, is that the name of that card?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, honestly.
That feels right.
Uh-huh. All right, he did definitely calculate Gohan's power correctly that go, so 9 stages, that's a lot.
Yeah. Not the best hand for Frisco
Right.
here.
Maybe run away.
Yeah, I think the ball 7 just seems like an autoplay almost. You're not going to jerk around with this.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly can't afford the Trunks power. I guess he could throw the left kick, but I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah.
That's the right play.
Let's go. Let's run. right, Frisco turn.
He's got the enraged.
Frisco inquired into Matt's anger, maybe just for pinpoint shot.
Right, because if Matt has 2 or more anger, then that doesn't actually gain Frisco any anger.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't it always net 1? Or never mind, they're both conditional, right?
Yeah, they're both conditional
Yeah.
of your opponent being 0, but if it only lowers your 1 anger.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he is at 1.7 at full.
Okay. That's good to know. Mm-hmm. I wonder what power stage Trunks would be over that. I gotta say it's probably pretty high. I think he maxes even at 1.8. So
Oh, sure.
to
Yeah,
trigger
yeah,
enrage,
really
he's
the
probably
question
gotta be
is,
at 9 or
yeah,
10.
how many F brackets does Trunks have?
Uh-huh.
2 or 3, I'm
He's
assuming.
gotta be Matt's gotta be a little careful, because if he takes 1 attack or even pays for an expensive energy, then that might put him under Trunks.
Sure.
And we're not at the point of the game where you can start
Real
just
scary.
giving people anger.
I mean, quite honestly, if Frisco enters here,
I understand why you don't want to pass here, but I also don't want to declare with that.
Because Frisco's
hand.
only around like 5 or 6, 5 above or so. Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
all the stages he gained. Yeah, so
It's not enough. That
No.
hand's not doing it.
like entering on the enrage would be a Hail Mary if he were gonna net the draw, but without it,
right.
I don't know that this hand is functional. I don't like it.
He's just doing his due diligence. in
Yeah,
his head, I
exactly.
think, and just establishing
see.
for sure that this hand is bad.
Sure.
Point blank volley is a really neat card, but when you hard draw it, it's demoralizing.
Yep. And like you said, now with the current state of the anger on the board,
It's
the
not
fact that it'll
there.
net nothing is
Right.
pretty brutal.
If Matt drew a hand entirely of dead cards, it still wouldn't matter because his power would put him to 0.
Right. And he has possession drill for filtering
Right.
said dead cards.
More dead cards.
Yeah, I don't think Frisco can possibly enter on
No,
his
I don't know.
hand.
He might just be fronting here. I
Maybe,
don't know.
yeah, exactly. Maybe it's all an act.
This is such
It's
an
like,
easy lay
my
down.
hand's
I don't know
so
what's taking
good.
So long.
I mean, I get kind of why he's taking time is because he doesn't want to pass here,
Yeah.
but like he pretty much had to. That hand
On the
is
other hand,
good.
That hand's pretty
Oh,
declarable.
all right. I'm pretty sure we're going in. Fuck yeah. Gohan for 9 again. Banish Saiyan and cost you 2 anger. 8 cards left. This might be it.
This has been a big game of big swings.
It sure has. Yeah, I don't think there's anything Frisco can do. I think he just ran out of runway. It's got about 5 or 6 cards left.
Yeah. You were at that blinding even.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like,
You
it'll either
gotta
kill
do
him or
it.
put him like 1 life card away from death. Sure. Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
okay, why not?
And then just hope that everything starts going your way. You're just out of attacks.
You done? That's like, nah, son. I got actions for days.
Frisco's about to eat the undefeated curse here, I think. There it
Ha
is. My trump card. That's it.
That's right. If Frisco was wearing a monocle, it would have just popped out of his face right as that happened. He did survive it, though.
Why alive?
Man. Well, I guess it's over.
There's no reason to live.
Yeah, I
This way.
say, yeah.
Frisco's done.
A nice hot fart to end that match. Oh, that was
What a
rough.
cool game.
Yeah, that was a super cool game. Like, that was almost mean to end it that way. To like, nope, just kidding. There's
Could've
literally
played any
nothing
of
you
the
can
cards in
do.
his hand. He just-
Oh, that was a good
Rub
game.
some
That
salt in it.
was super fun to watch. Yeah, like Frisco hit the gas so hard, and just like the fact that he couldn't secure that, basically an additional anger. And yeah, he's talking about it right now too. He essentially voluntarily removed one of his own Saiyan sword attacks.
Yeah.
Early game, which, yeah, that is the thing that certainly all the major advantages Frisco netted over the course of that match were due to that card. It's so good. Huh.
And we see again, if you hit an anger deck at just the right time, they just kind of collapse.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you get them in the combat where they expect to have the momentum to either, cleanly secure a level,
right,
or, straight up win the game, if they can't pull it off, I think the commentary came out might be broken. That's okay. Broken. You don't need to see our ugly faces anyway.
That's true. And Matt didn't burn a bunch of resources when, his attacks weren't going to do anything.
For sure.
He was potentially triggering blocks on attacks that weren't going to do anything. So he just waited for the right moment. He got up to level 3 and put some modifiers on the board, and
I like it
together.
Mm-hmm. And overall, I do like Matt's anti-anger package is solid in that deck for the kind of deck that he's running. It's about as much as it's about as much exactly as you have to run. So I'm into it. No, that was a good match. That was fun to watch.
Was he running wall breakers? I didn't see any in that match, but
I don't know. I didn't see any either. In fact, I feel like I didn't even see any peeled from the deck. So maybe not.
I'm
not 100% sure.
That's very much a personal call for most people, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, in many cases, it's even
I think it's kind of bad.
Yeah, it might not be as good as that weird physical from set 2, depending on the state of the board.
Like the set 2 card more.
It is a neat card. Like it is
very
cool.
And
the cool thing about that card is you can tutor it with Gohan level 2.
Yeah.
So like that's a big deal. Like having the utility to suck a card like that out of your deck whenever you want for a decent chunk of the game and just throw it out there is really neat. All right, that's gonna do it for top.
Matt will be in top 4.
Top
Frisco's
8. Yeah, Matt will move
go back
on.
to the shame corner where we don't talk to him anymore.
That's right. I'm gonna go check in.
Make top 4
for sure. We'll see. We'll confirm that we're playing out because I'm not sure what the state of splitting stuff is, but
they better.
We'll let you know either way. So we'll probably be back very soon with either another match or to sign off.
To talk about stuff
for sure. Let's try that one more time. Still nothing. Oh, there it goes. It worked. We exist. All right.
No, take me off. I don't want people to see me either.
Okay. All right. We'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere.